a wonderful privilege
Ni nafasi ya pekee sana
for us to be with you tonight,
kwa ajili yetu kuwa pamoja na ninyi usiku wa leo,
to share one heart with you
ili tupate kushirikiana na ninyi mioyo yetu
because of Jesus Christ.
kwa sababu ya Yesu Kristo.
Praise the Lord.
Bwana asifiwe.
Amen. Amen. We bring you greetings
Tunawaletea salamu
from the believers in South Wales in Britain.
kutoka kwa waamini wa Wales ya Kusini kule Uingereza.
As you may have noticed,
Kama ambavyo mtakuwa mmetambua,
we have been filming you.
tumekuwa tukiwachukua katika kile kiona mbali.
So now
Kwa hiyo sasa
you will be famous in Wales in Britain.
utajulikana sana katika nchi ya Wales kule Uingereza.
Okay. I want to share some principles tonight
Nataka niwashirikishe kanuni fulani usiku wa leo
that have been very important to me as a pastor.
ambazo zimekuwa za muhimu sana kwangu mimi kama mchungaji,
Principles that transcend our cultures
ambazo ni kanuni zinazovuka mipaka ya mila zetu na desturi,
as God speaks through His Word.
wakati Mungu anapokuwa akituhudumia kwa neno lake.
There's Anne talking. There's Debbie. Let me just get Debbie in. Oh, there she is. Enjoying the sunshine. Good morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good. That's good to know. Morning.
Hi and welcome to Under the Banda. We're coming to you today from, we're literally under a banda, but
Not ours yet.
not ours yet. No, we're coming to you from the city of Moshi, which means smoke. I don't know why it's called Moshi or smoke, but we're on the road again, and today we're setting off to the place we used to live called Arusha. We stayed off overnight. We had a 5.5 hour road journey yesterday. Stayed overnight here in Moshi, getting ready to go to Arusha, where we have some very important meetings for the future. And the most important meeting of the week is next Friday, when Sam and Beth arrive from the UK to spend over 2 weeks with us. So we're very excited. And if you watch this before tomorrow, we'd be grateful for your prayers as we go into these meetings that have a bearing on our future. So Deb's going to lead us this morning, and I hand over to her. Hello.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
Good. We're, like John said, in Moshi. You can see that I have a jumper on. I've also got boots on today because it's quite cold.
I'm braving it.
He's braving it in a t-shirt, but it's definitely cooler up here.
It is.
And actually it's quite pleasant to wear jumpers and boots for a
Yeah,
change.
excellent. No humidity.
No humidity, so it's quite pleasant climate.
Yeah.
So we're going to continue on the theme that we talked about last week about blessings. And just before we've come on this broadcast today, you've seen some footage of John and I in Tanzania, and that was way back when, in 1997, when we came for our very, very first visit to Africa. And
I just want to leap in there and
Oh,
say I
go on
want
then.
to take a vote on whether I should regrow that moustache that I had then.
and your curly hair. Let us know your thoughts.
I don't think I'd say it these days.
I think it would be grey, not brown anymore.
Oh,
wouldn't it?
well, that's for sure, that's for sure.
And I got to thinking about what we talked about last week, and then seeing that footage this week as well, about how we tend to count our blessings that we've already got. Like last week I mentioned my family and the privilege I have of living here and the different things that we see here. But then I started to think about back then in 1997, because for most of that fortnight, if you know anything about me and our story, and I really did not enjoy the time in Africa, and I think I must have been faking it on the videos because I'm smiling a lot, but inside
It wasn't a blessing.
it was no blessing whatsoever. And you'll know that we came back from that time, or you may not know, we came back from that time absolutely adamant that Africa was not for us. We went into a meeting with those thoughts and with the words that we were going to say to our superiors.
That was
that
quite some time after though, wasn't
only a couple
Few
of months
months,
afterwards.
few months
Yeah,
after.
only a couple of months afterwards.
it?
To tell them that we would not be taking up this role in Tanzania. And we came out of that meeting with practically our one-way ticket booked, and we don't know to this day how that happened. But I sit here today in 2015, very glad that it happened.
Because we arrived here in '98, didn't we?
Yeah.
Just to make that clear for anybody who wouldn't know that.
Yeah, we came.
We're talking about that period.
Yeah, we came in 1998 with our 6 and 7-year-old. But having been, I guess, pushed into coming for a fortnight in 1997, not enjoying it at all. Yet God knew the future, knew that it would become a huge blessing in our life. And so I guess the challenge that we want to talk about today is, when was the last time you counted a new blessing? Yeah. When was the last time you met somebody new, or you did something new that turned into a blessing? Blessings are good things and healthy things and easy things to count, but sometimes they don't come until you've stepped out into something that is definitely not perceived as a blessing, but it's a stretching, or it's a pushing, or it's a getting into a conversation with somebody new that becomes a good friend, but they don't become a friend until you make that initial step of building a new relationship, even going to a new place. And so things like that then become blessings to you. But the initial, especially for me in 1997, stepping into this country of Africa was really tough and really hard, and I never imagined from those days to a few years later that I would see Africa as a blessing. I don't really want to comment any further on that.
Well, we've talked about the space that God creates,
yes.
The empty space that God creates for you to walk into, and risk is involved.
And unknown is involved.
The unknown and risk, that's how it seems, isn't it?
Yes.
But obviously, faith in God eliminates that risk in a sense. Obviously you don't eliminate the feeling of risk, but when we look back over our whole adventure in Tanzania from '97 till now, in a human sense you would look at risk, bringing young children here and stepping into the unknown, all of those things. And I remember at the time, a little time after we arrived in '98, where I sensed God was saying to us that grace was awaiting our arrival. It was a powerful word to me at the time that came in my thoughts. Grace, in other words, God had gone before us and provided things we would have no idea about, like the school that our kids went to back in that time, and the people we met and we're still friends with.
Yeah, that's right.
To this day, we're on our way to see some now, and all the things that were ahead of us then, we now have in our lives in a sense, don't we?
Yeah.
And it's blessings that we couldn't have perceived.
Definitely.
I think that's the key.
Yeah, it is. But blessings that you couldn't see, and I guess in 1997 I didn't particularly want to see. Neither of us wanted to move to Tanzania. We didn't think it was for us. Yet I can't imagine what life would be like if we hadn't have taken that step. So we want to challenge you, even this week, as you start a brand new week, to see if you can do something or see something or find someone new that maybe you think is uncomfortable for now. Go somewhere new. If the meeting people can be a bit scary for you, go somewhere new. Go and find a new place and find a new blessing. Blessings are a two-way street, of course. Maybe you can find a new person to be a blessing too. Not just what I can get as a blessing or what I can find as a blessing. Who can you bless? What can you bless? And as you go out into your week, just ask God to show you something new, and don't see the blessings that like you've got now in a little basket, how amazing they are and how great they are. Think, right, what's coming that's new? What can I find that's new? And
to add to your basket.
To add to your basket, and ask God. Maybe He wants to push you, maybe He wants to stretch you, maybe He wants you to take that step that you think, I'm scared to take it, I don't want to take it, but you'll never find those blessings that are out there waiting for you if you don't take those steps and don't make those decisions.
No, some of you watching this now may come to Tanzania for the first time. You might come and see us. Karibuni means welcome. And obviously, blessing is not. It's not God handing out just nice things for the sake of it. We're not here primarily to be blessed in the sense of a good life or anything like that. We're here to be a blessing to people, but God, along with that, knows how to bless you on your journey.
That's right.
Obviously, we're here for the sake of others. We live in a third world situation to fulfill a vision that we believe God has given us that's going to benefit so many people, which in itself is a blessing. But it's not just about, oh, God allows me to do nice things. We don't mean that. We don't mean that it's a selfish kind of thing. But God knows how to bless, and His Word speaks of it, and the Scriptures are full of, we mentioned last week, Psalm 103, count your blessings, name them one by one. And it will surprise you what God has done. The song says, I repeat that from last week. But blessing is to be given out. You know, as God blesses us, we give it out to others, and it becomes a fantastic thing that spreads. The backbone of blessing, if you like, is something that spreads. That as your life is touched by God, we met a guy this week who had come to visit his family, who were missionaries here, and he was talking about his wayward life, and like he was the first Christian, and his grandchildren are following the Lord, obviously his children, several of them are involved in missions work, and he was just saying, if I hadn't made that decision, wasn't it?
It's a knock-on effect.
The knock-on effect of our lives.
Yeah, that's right.
And it was an eye-opener, because we could visually see 3 generations.
That's
of
right.
the people he was visiting, the grandchildren who live here, and parents, and him and his wife.
Yeah.
It's a great eye-opener. That's how it works, isn't it?
It is, and blessing it, like you say, has a knock-on effect. So, we commit this week to you to go and have an adventure, to find something new, that you can think, I found a new blessing this week, or I've given out a new blessing this week, and let your blessings that you give and that you receive grow and grow and grow. And we will see you next week. We may have guest appearances next week, who knows. Be blessed, thanks again for watching, and please keep in touch with your feedback. Bye for now.
Bye. Bless you.